Hi, this is Tim from Precarious Pixels. Bob is staring at me and laughing.
Howdy!
We thought we were recording for a half an hour, and then I realized, oh wait, it's not recording. Holy crap. You just missed a lot of good stuff.
You did. We talked about Diamond Skin.
Diamond Skin.
Put together by Sharon Stone and Revlon.
Yeah, and Catwoman.
And Catwoman.
Because we were thinking that's the only way that Idris Elba could have gotten superpowers for Hobbs and Shaw.
That's the way it works.
Yeah. Wow, I can't believe I totally messed that up.
It's fine. It's going to be all fresh conversation for these people.
Oh, man. Oh.
So we were talking about the Super Bowl and how boring it was, but there was
boring.
There was some good stuff that came out of it, like trailers.
Yes, and one of those trailers was
Us.
Yes. Yes, Us.
But the other trailer that came out was Hobbs and Shaw.
Yeah, one of the other ones was Hobbs and Shaw.
Tim was not ready for that change.
Nope, but I liked Us as well. Us is good. I think it's going to be a good movie.
It looks super intense. Not sure what's going on. Pretty excited for that.
Yep.
I think there might have been a trailer for Happy Death Day to You. If it didn't premiere there, it premiered other places that you could finally watch it.
I watched it.
Because Tim didn't believe that I had seen a trailer somehow.
I did believe it, but you didn't believe it because you couldn't find it to show me, so you thought that you were making that up. And I was like, oh, I believe you. I believe you.
It's got weird science experiments.
Sure, that might actually be affecting time or something like that, and that's why she was repeating.
It's got bad guy from the first one still alive.
Yeah, which I figured, like, Babyface. What are they? I don't know if they call him Babyface?
Yeah, his name is Babyface.
Or Babyface Killer or something like that.
Babyface Capone.
Babyface Capone. Dick Tracy shows up.
Yeah, Big Boy Caprice.
Yep. Big Boy did it. Big Boy did it.
All right, Mumbles. Dustin Hoffman.
Yeah, I know.
His finest role.
It was, and weird. He was in some weird makeup.
They were all in weird makeup.
Oh, yeah.
Dick Tracy.
Of course.
And Tess Trueheart.
Yeah. And the kid. Oh, that kid. He was in a lot of movies.
He was, and then he just disappeared.
Yeah. He was in that. He was in Hook. He was in Can't Hardly Wait. Actually, he was a little bit older and Can't Hardly Wait.
Is that the same kid?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. I mean, eventually he has to grow up.
Oh, yeah, just didn't
becomes
remember
a teenager.
being the same kid.
Yeah.
That's like, but Can't Hardly Wait was like 25 years later.
Yeah.
Kid's like 500 years old.
That's right. But
you know who else is 500 years old?
What?
Dracula. Also in Hobbs and Shaw.
He's not in Hobbs and Shaw. His brother is.
Dracula Untold is.
No.
Yeah. I'm telling you, he's going to show up.
Actually, that would be kind of like, that would kind of fit in there.
But yeah, his brother's in it. Jason Statham playing the Hobbs that apparently doesn't need a first name. I'm going to assume, because I don't remember his first name, that his first name is Carlton.
Why Carlton?
I don't know.
Alright.
Carlton Hobbs.
Sure.
And that's not even his character. Carlton Shaw. Yeah.
Okay. Actually, did they ever say Shaw's first name?
One of them is, I think, Deckard.
Deckard Shaw.
And I think, or is it Owen and Deckard, is it? Owen Shaw and Deckard Shaw. I think.
Okay.
Yeah, I think his name is Deckard Shaw.
Okay.
Now that I think about it.
Makes sense.
Deckard Carlton Shaw.
It's just not his name. What's Hobbs' first name?
I want to say is Lucas Hobbs?
Yeah, I think it is. He says, I'm Lucas Hobbs, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. I'm here to...
beat the crap out of everybody in this room, apparently.
I'm here to drop the only F-bomb in Fast 5, or Fast 6. Fast and Furious.
Does he?
Yeah, he does. Whatever the first one he shows up in is, it might be Fast 5, actually, now that I think about it.
I think it was Fast 5, I think.
I'd have to sit down and, like, write out the timelines.
Oh, man.
But yeah, he's like, I'm gonna need this, and I need one more thing. Stay the F out of my way. That's the only
you're right.
Fast and Furious that he shows up in. And then for some reason he meets that girl that he's gonna fall in love with at some point, I guess.
Oh yeah.
That Vin Diesel's in love with, and then she dies. Spoiler alert. Charlize Theron, super mean, kills her.
I know.
Then there's a baby gun fight in a plane.
And a submarine, and like all this other stuff that happens.
Yeah, it's the same movie as the submarine.
Yeah. Yeah, they're driving on the ice. The submarine pops up right in the middle.
There's so much that happens in these movies.
Of course, Vin Diesel's bad, and then he's good, and then
He's never
Hobbs and
bad.
Shaw break out of prison.
He's never bad.
Well, actually, did they break out of prison, or is there a prison break already going on? I forget.
In Fast 8? Furious 8.
The Fast and Furious.
The one where Owen Shaw breaks out with Hobbs?
With Hobbs, yeah.
Or no, with Vin Diesel, isn't it?
No,
It's with
they're
Hobbs.
both like for some reason I forget the whole thing behind it, but
They start the riot, I think.
oh, they do?
Or Kurt Russell starts it
Okay.
somehow. Because Kurt Russell's in these.
Yeah, he
He's-
shows up in the one before that one. That was his first one. And apparently he was promoting whatever beer he drinks or whatever. I have no idea. There's a whole thing where he has this thing with Vin Diesel where he's like, "Hey, make sure you drink that beer." And I was like, "What is going on?"
Yeah, because Vin Diesel only drinks Corona.
Yeah, and he like wants him to drink some I don't know German beer or some
I think it's Irish.
Irish beer.
It's Kurt Russell.
I guess it's weird.
You don't tell Vin Diesel what to drink.
Yeah,
He only
Well.
drinks the blood of the young.
apparently.
And Street Sharks toys.
Oh man,
Liquefied
Street Sharks.
Sharks.
That Street Sharks commercial that he's in is amazing.
It's cool.
I love it. Oh man.
You could tell he was prepared too. Like he was ready for that commercial.
He was, and he was, he went for it, 100%. There's no faking that kind of enthusiasm.
No.
But, so back to Hobbs and Shaw. Looks great. Idris Elba is apparently going to do something. I don't even know what. It looks like he's trying to kidnap a woman.
Yeah, but you don't kidnap women around the rock. He'll break a cast on you.
That's right. He'll just flex and just and break it. But I have to say that scene where he jumps out of the building and just lands on those two guys that are on ropes, and then Jason Statham just gets on an elevator. That's great.
Yeah, that time makes sense too.
Oh yeah,
It's about how that works.
that's exactly how that works.
I'm excited.
I am.
That's
There's-
what, May?
I think so.
Okay. It's gonna be a big couple months.
I know. You got Captain Marvel, you got Shazam, you've got Avengers, and you've got Hobbs and Shaw.
And Spoderman.
Oh, that's right. When is Spider-Man?
I don't know.
I think that's May too.
It's crazy.
It's too much. Can't watch all these things.
No. You know who should show up in the Spider-Man movie?
Who?
Is it Mobius? Which is the vampire?
Mobius?
Yeah, the one related to Dracula.
No, he's not related to Dracula.
I just assumed he was. Well,
No.
he is Dracula.
Well, it's Jared Leto, apparently.
Oh, he's actually in it?
Well, no, he's so now that the Venom movie has been successful, any other Spider-Man related properties Sony is going to just do, and he's going to be the Mobius, the living vampire or something. Blah,
Is he a
blah,
bad guy or a good guy?
blah. Kind of a little bit of both.
It's like Venom. He's like an anti-hero.
Yeah. A little bit like that.
Well,
he
at
only
least the
drinks
way
the
Venom
blood
is.
of like the evil guys.
Okay, like Dexter.
Yeah. Actually, I think it was in the very first Blade movie. He shows up in a deleted scene. Mobius.
Jared Leto?
No,
Oh.
Mobius. Actually, like you see him from like the distance. It like Blade and I forget the name of the woman who was in that with him are like leaving whatever temple thing that they fought
Steven Dorff.
Stephen Dorff in, and
Always
and they
trying to
see
ice
like
kill.
they see him like come out of there as well, and they're like he has his face like mostly covered and stuff, but you see like the white face with like the long hair and stuff. So I guess they had intended for it to be like that he was going to be in the sequel maybe, but
Instead of the Guillermo del Toro sequel.
right, but that didn't. I
Probably.
think that was because of the whole. I think at that time that's when they filed for bankruptcy.
Okay.
So
Well, yeah. Well, no, Blade is what saved them.
Blade is what saved them, but I don't think they had immediate money to make a sequel. But they did eventually make a sequel.
Yeah, Blade 2 Cruise Control.
Blade 2 Cruise Control is the best one. Love that movie.
Not the best one.
Really?
You and I disagree.
What do you think?
Trinity.
Trinity?
Blade Trinity is the best one.
With Drake?
Yeah.
I'm not talking about the singer. Drake.
Yeah, that's his name now.
Dracula.
Yeah. Drake. So it's all connected, is what we're saying.
Drake.
I'm glad we can connect everything back
Drake.
to Dracula.
Ugh.
His name should be Vlad anyway. It doesn't really matter.
I know it didn't make sense. I was like, yeah, Vlad. That's right. Or what's his actual name? Luke Evans.
Yeah, Luke Evans.
Luke Evans.
Luke Evans, legally Dracula.
Owen Shaw. But that looks good, and they had a little bit of a tease for basically Avengers Endgame, which basically just shows Cap, being sad, and then everybody's getting pumped and geared up and ready, and they show him holding the shield, which I'm just like, when does that happen? Does that happen at the beginning? Does that happen, does Tony come back and give him the shield? But it shows him and shows Tony and Nebula building stuff, which I'm just like, yeah, that's what Tony does. He builds things.
It looks like it's been a while.
Yeah, I think they're saying it's been maybe a year or more. I don't know. I don't know when they said it's supposed to take place, but enough that they have posters for support groups.
I think Hawkeye's family is dead.
Oh,
I think that's how he becomes Ronin.
Yeah, that's 100% why.
Ronin the Accuser.
No. That's in Captain Marvel.
Yes, he is.
Comes back. Lee Pace.
From the grave.
I know.
Lee Merriweather.
Pace. But Cap is but in the movie Cap pretty much just says, "Hey, I don't let things go. We don't let things go."
No, he's pretty upset. He's going to go kill Thanos.
Yeah. Or reverse time or whatever they're going to do. Undo the snap. Shows Rocket Raccoon. They have a right stuff moment. They're walking in the hangar, going to do who knows what.
All of them do.
Yep. And there's suspiciously a gap in the line when they're walking through the hangar. Then I'm just like, I wonder who's erased out of there. Captain Marvel. Hulk isn't there. I don't know. I don't know who they're trying to keep as a surprise, but Groot. No. But it's somebody who didn't disappear in the snap. So.
Or it's somebody that they just haven't shown yet.
Could be.
Well, Doctor Strange is dead.
Doctor Strange is dead.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Well, Iron Man, is he there?
No.
Is he in that walk?
He's not in that walk.
Because somehow he has to get back to Earth.
Yeah.
To build stuff.
Yeah. Well, him and Nebula are on that ship or whatever, building stuff. So.
But he has to build stuff for them because Cap has to have that shield.
That's true. He has to give him that shield back to him. He has to be like, hey, here's your shield, buddy.
Or it could be Spider-Man.
Could be. No, Spider-Man disappeared too. So
yeah, but maybe he's back now.
They reassembled the dust.
Yes. Tony Stark likes Legos.
That's right. He rebuilds them, little dust follicle, piece by piece. So yeah, so there's the Hobbs. They had the Avengers Endgame trailer. Then Disney did a bad thing and released the Aladdin trailer.
Woof.
Which everything looked okay until that they showed Will Smith as the genie. Which I didn't think he was going to be the blue genie. I thought he was just going to be it was Will Smith in just normal. Because there's been other shots that they've shown where he's just dressed normally.
Nope.
But yeah, they have a blue genie. Looks really weird.
CG with Will Smith's face.
Yeah, looks very odd and very muscular, but weirdly muscular.
Because Genie, I guess he is super strong.
True.
But it's weird that they can't manage to make that work.
Right.
They make. I just pulled up a picture of it for Tim.
Yes. And it's still horrifying.
Oh, there you go.
Yes.
There's a lot of memes about.
There's tons of them.
But it's a strange decision because they can make Thanos look good.
Yeah.
And I think it's because they keep him less human looking.
Yeah.
Like they give him a face and they make the face work, and you can see that Josh Brolin is somewhere within that face doing the mocap.
Right.
But when it looks like it does in Polar Express, it gets weird.
It does get weird. Like it's almost like they see like his face is his real face put onto a CG thing. It looks really weird. If they had maybe gone a little bit more like less of like what he actually looks like, I think it would have been a little bit better.
Yeah, it should be cartoony.
A little bit more cartoony. It's in that weird uncanny valley thing that's just like you see it and you know something's wrong, you're just not sure exactly what it is.
What's wrong is that they needed to remake a cartoon when they never needed to be touched.
Exactly.
The cartoon works as a cartoon.
I know. But this is just what they're going to do. They're going to do The Black Cauldron. They're going to do Sword in the Stone.
They have 3 this year.
What is it, Lion King?
Lion King, Aladdin, and Dumbo.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about Dumbo.
Because Dumbo is also a live-action remake of a cartoon. At
right.
least with that, you have animals.
Yeah.
Which is why I think Jungle Book works so darn well. Because
yeah.
it didn't have to get weird.
Well, what do you mean it didn't have to get weird?
So Jungle Book worked because it didn't have to be this weird amalgamation of a human and a CG monster.
Okay.
It looked bad in Beauty and the Beast, in
right.
my opinion. Those fixtures looked weird and creepy.
Yeah, but people still liked it. People still like them.
I know people still liked it, but I don't know why. I think people just see movies because they remember stuff, and then they hear things from it, and they're like, oh man.
Mm.
Whereas they're not watching it for just seeing something different.
Right.
Or just seeing a movie. Like, they're not watching a movie, they're watching their childhood memories reenacted.
It's nostalgia.
But it's not.
Yeah.
It's not nostalgia if it's different.
Mm.
In my opinion. Like, if it was a sequel.
Right.
It's different. But you can't just change the way something's designed like that and call it a remake.
That's true.
At least, I've not enjoyed that many of them. Like, the Beauty and the Beast one was fine as a movie.
Right.
Kind of. But it was freaky, and I hated the way the Beast looked the whole time.
It was a little bit odd.
To be honest, I didn't think she did too well as Belle either.
Yeah. I did hear a lot of auto-tuning with the singing stuff. I mean, and that's... I mean, she's a good actress, and I think she did a good job, but I feel like they could have maybe picked somebody who had, like, if it was maybe, we were just talking about her, Emmy Rossum.
Yeah, she would have been great, but she's probably too old now.
She's probably a little too old to play that, but honestly, I think she could have been a better Belle just because she does have amazing vocal range.
Yeah.
And she's a good actress.
You know who I thought did a really good job at it? Dracula.
Oh, yeah. Who played Gaston. I think there we go. Back to him. I actually think he did a great job in that. I think he did a good job.
I set a rule for Tim that I was going to connect Dracula, not specifically Luke Evans, but Dracula himself, with everything we talk about tonight. And I think it's doable.
Sure. But what was the other one they did? Cinderella. I think that one actually worked pretty well. Because I think that wasn't so... Like... You could do a more modern kind of thing with that, and it wouldn't be too bad.
Cinderella, I think, was just a remake of the story of Cinderella,
right?
With different elements,
right?
And live action, they didn't concentrate on weird CG nonsense.
There wasn't singing.
Yeah, there wasn't any singing.
No,
it was just a movie.
It was a movie. It wasn't a musical. I think that's almost worked better for them.
I think a retelling works better than a remake with a cartoon. How's that?
Yeah. Like if they had done Beauty and the Beast, but done maybe a slightly different version of that story.
Yeah, and did they even have to have the singing?
No.
Maybe just... I think the singing was probably what made it popular.
Right.
Though, and that's
I
the
mean,
problem.
it has a very well-known soundtrack.
Yeah, you can't really... Man, that's rough.
Yeah.
Like, was that Elton John as well? Was it... Or did he do Lion King?
He just did Lion King and... but he did another one.
I thought he did. Maybe I'm wrong. I know that Phil Collins did like
Tarzan
and something else.
Yeah.
I don't know. Who cares?
I'm sure they'll do another version of Tarzan, which honestly they already did a live action version of Tarzan. It did not do well
with a giant.
Yeah, Skarsgård.
Yeah.
And Samuel Jackson.
Sam Jackson's in that?
Pretty sure he is. I actually didn't watch it. I'm like, I kind of want to watch it, but then I don't know. It's not a Disney movie.
I actually might watch a movie with a giant, Sam Jackson, and Harley Quinn in it. Because I believe she's the girl in it.
Is she? Does she play Jane?
Margot Robbie.
Oh, okay.
Sounds like the perfect movie.
I thought it wasn't her. Maybe it is. I have no idea. But yeah,
I could be wrong. Maybe I just read at some point she was being cast for it.
Could be. But then they just released that stuff. I think, did we talk about that last time?
We did. We talked about that.
The Birds of Prey.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Which looks good. I
yeah,
can't
because
wait.
we were talking about Suicide Squad.
Squad, that's right. That's good stuff. So after whatever they're doing with Aladdin, they decided to, I guess, change the conversation and release the Frozen 2 trailer immediately. Because I was like, that's weird. Why on a Wednesday? Usually they do it on the weekends or like a Friday or something. They
just needed something out there.
I know that's what it was. It was like everybody was like making fun of Aladdin, so they're like, well, what's the other big thing that we can announce now?
What's a safe bet?
Yeah.
And I think that trailer, to be honest, I don't even know if it was 100% ready.
Yeah.
Because if you pay attention, there's almost no dialogue.
Yeah, not even a voiceover.
Just, I think at one point at the beginning she says okay before she retries.
Right.
Trying to walk on water.
Yeah.
Or
run through basically the ocean, which is, it's interesting to kind of think about that. It's like, oh, she can freeze a lake, but try to take on the ocean, you're not going to win.
Yeah.
So it's kind of interesting. I am interested to actually see what that movie is going to be. And if it's going to be as musical heavy or if it's going to be
action,
which it looks like. But I think their strength, like you were talking about, is like it was about like two sisters who really love each other.
Yeah, I mean it's about family, right?
It's about family,
like Fast and the Furious,
and Dracula.
And Dracula. It's weird that you would bring that into this conversation too.
I don't know.
I would have expected that to be maybe the thing she tries to stab at the end.
Yeah. Oh, the Frozen versus Dracula?
Yeah.
I would love to see that movie.
It worked for Hansel and Gretel Witch Hunters.
It's true. And there is like a point where Anna is grabs what's his name, sword and slashes at something we don't see. Could be vampire.
That's what I'm thinking, is Dracula.
They're going through some creepy woods. I could totally see a vampire.
He's like, hey, I want some blood, and it's been a while since I had some chili blood.
That's right. I like frozen blood.
Yeah.
I like my...
What do you call it, a blushy?
A blush. Oh, that would be... a blushy.
Yeah. I feel like Dracula would deserve a treat every once in a while.
That's right.
At least he would think so.
That's right.
I don't necessarily believe it, with him being an evil bad guy and all.
I don't know if he was. I know Dracula, the Untold Story. He was not that bad.
I'm writing down #blushy.
So that was like the big stuff that happened with trailers and so forth. So there's also been a lot of announcements and some games that are coming out.
Yeah. Nintendo had a big direct earlier today, actually.
Which they don't have their own conference or anything, do they?
They don't do a conference per se. Mm-hmm. They don't actually do anything really. They do Treehouse Live. I think they call it live.
Okay.
And I guess it's live, but they come out and they present things for like indie and smaller titles, and they usually talk about like Animal Crossing or something. Like, not that Animal Crossing is small anymore, but today they had their direct, which is a pre-edited video that they put out.
Okay.
And they do it usually they announce it the day before, and then they're like, "Hey guys, here's what's in this video." Like, and all they said the day before was that it was going to show Fire Emblem.
Okay.
Which is Fire Emblem Three Houses. It officially has a title, but it's had that.
Okay. And that's a pretty popular series.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty popular.
It even has a few characters are in Smash, right?
A lot.
Yeah.
It's Smash Brothers is half Pokemon and Fire Emblem at this point.
Right.
But they announced that has a date. It's July. That was their big thing. And they showed a trailer. Like a full trailer. They hadn't really done that yet. They announced that Joker from Persona has a range of time that's coming out, which will be April, along with Smash Update 3.0.
Okay.
Or 1.3, whatever they're calling it. It's got a 3 in it.
I'm sure.
And that looks like Joker looks good. They have the other announcement, they're remaking Link's Awakening.
Which was huge.
Which was an old Game Boy game, yeah.
Right.
And 2 big new titles, in my opinion, that are going to be interesting for Switch. Assassin's Creed 3 and Liberation Remastered.
Which is such a strange one to do for that, but...
It's weird to do, but if they were already doing the remaster for the season pass of Assassin's Creed Odyssey,
right.
What I was talking about earlier with Tim, like, they're including that in the season pass, which is cool. Ubisoft did that last year. If you bought Far Cry 5 season pass, you got Far Cry 3 remastered. And then now they're doing it for this, and that's cool if it's part of a season pass. Standalone, $40. I don't know. It's almost like Ubisoft doesn't know how to publish on the Nintendo consoles.
Okay.
Anything but Just Dance. Just Dance performs well. Really well.
Yeah.
But their other stuff, Starlink, sold okay. Not great. The Rabbids game did well.
Oh, yeah.
Because it was Mario and Rabbids.
Right.
But that's unfair.
Yeah. But I think they had some success with Rabbids anyways. People like that series.
They did it first.
Right.
But not lately.
Yeah.
But then it's like when they get to the Wii U, here's the problem. They release stuff late, and they release stuff wrong. So the Wii U actually had Assassin's Creed 3 on it, now that I'm thinking about it.
Okay.
Which is annoying, now that I think about that. But this is the first Assassin's Creed. Like, I think this is the first M-rated Ubisoft game on a Nintendo Switch.
Okay.
Bethesda's done it with a lot. Skyrim, Doom, Wolfenstein, all on the Switch, all M-rated.
Right.
But Ubisoft decided to start and make their mark this way. I think they would have been smarter to put like a Syndicate or Assassin's Creed Rogue on there. Something that people might not have played. And the other problem is, like, 3 is the one that made people stop playing for a bit.
Right. It wasn't the most popular.
No, because Connor's boring. Connor should be the most interesting character in an Assassin's Creed game, because you've got a half Native American, half assassin, or I'm sorry, half Templar.
Right.
Newly assassin. Like, he's out there. Like, it should be great. Sailing, he was the first one that had the ship battle system.
That's right.
It takes place in America. Like, this should have been the best one, and it's just the most boring.
Yeah.
And then Liberation, which was a Vita game that they've decided to remaster, and they've done it already. I think it was on 360.
Oh, was it on 360?
They made a port of it.
Oh, okay.
But nobody cared. It was digital only. They didn't make it physical. And now this is going to be the bundle that they put out. I assume at $40. I'm pretty sure that's what I had read. It's just it's the wrong one. It's the wrong way to get into this. And I feel like my main concern is that they're going to say, there's no M-rated market on the Switch, so we're not going to do it.
We're not going to make it for that
because
anymore.
This game doesn't sell.
Which I think is... it's not smart because, one, it's not a new game. It's not even like the most popular version of that game. If you would do any versions, it would be the Ezio versions.
Right, they should have just ported that.
Yeah.
Like, make the Ezio trilogy on the Switch and you'll sell it.
Yeah.
But not AC3.
it was just strange. I almost feel like this was a deal with Nintendo where they were like, hey, could you give us any of the Assassin's Creed games? And they were like, well, we'll give you these ones, kind of thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just seems strange that they would choose that to do and not like a brand new game or one of the most popular games in the series.
Yeah.
So.
And then they had their other big one.
Yeah, what was their other big?
Mario Maker 2.
That's right.
I'm excited.
Which is a really good game and a really fun idea to actually have. Like, you know, you can design your own levels, you can play other people's levels. Like, that's, I mean, it's just a no-brainer. People love Mario no matter what.
Yeah, and it's easily going to be their best-selling 2D Mario game, I would think. Because that new Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe, people already owned.
Right.
On the Wii U. They added a couple new playable characters. You can play as Toadette, which is where you got the Bowsette name from.
You're right.
And then you can play as Nabbit. It's just a stupid-looking bunny.
Okay.
It's meaningless.
Okay.
But Mario Maker 2, I'm pretty excited for. The other big announcements were they're making new amiibos. Solid Snake getting an amiibo.
Nice.
Simon Belmont getting an amiibo.
Very
Do you know
nice.
who he fights?
Dracula.
That's right. Did it. Nintendo Direct connected to Dracula.
That's right. So yeah. So that's kind of cool that they're doing that. But also, it's weird that they're doing like a Link game, like a 2D Link game, because Breath of the Wild is by far their most successful game.
But that's an in-between. To be honest, I would have rather... I'm a little annoyed by this. It's cool that they're doing it.
Right.
But I wish that the other announcement that went along with it was, and we're bringing the Wind Waker HD and the Twilight Princess HD that we made on the Wii U to the Switch. It's very easy to do.
Yeah.
They should have just announced that too.
It would have been, yeah. I think they're going to wait a little while until they do that. Because they already have a very successful like Zelda game on there.
Right, but it's been, as crazy as this sounds, it will have been out for 2 years in 2 weeks.
Breath of the Wild?
Yeah.
Yeah. And people still love it.
Right, but it's time for something new. I don't think this is it. I don't think a Game Boy Kart remake, unless they somehow make this a 30-hour game.
I don't know. I don't think it's that long of a game.
I don't think so either.
But I think they're... Honestly, I'm sure they're working on another... Maybe not Breath of the Wild, but another Zelda game.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's just a given. But I don't even know where they could go with it. Like, and honestly, do you want them to do the same thing again? Do you want, like, another open-world game?
No, I want the Wind Waker HD remake.
Yeah. They could do something as odd as that. They could make a sequel to Wind Waker. They could do something even, who knows, like even crazier. Because I remember when Wind Waker came out, people were like, this looks so stupid. Why would they do this for a Zelda game? Blah, blah, blah. And then it became like a huge success for them.
Or how about modernizing the controls on Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask and porting those over? And the controls and the assets.
I thought they had done...
They made it on the 3DS, but it still had the old style controls.
Oh, okay.
Put Breath of the Wild's controls in those, and you're good.
That would be interesting if they did that.
I don't imagine that it would ruin the game. I don't think it's going to break the game and make it too easy. I really don't.
Right.
And I think that's probably a concern people would have, but I don't think it would.
I don't think that's a... But maybe they'll give you a choice and you can choose the new control system.
Just like Resident Evil.
Yeah, makes sense. But, we'll see. I'm sure Nintendo will probably have a few more announcements coming sooner or later. But I did see that they did announce a new Bayonetta.
Well, it's not announced.
Yeah.
It's just that they're still working on it while they also make their other new Switch game that they said.
Right.
Generic title, number 412.
They
gave it a title, but I forgot it already.
Okay. And it has to do with...
Robots.
Robots?
I think.
Okay.
I didn't, to be honest, I read the second half of the Direct. I didn't watch it.
Alright. But yeah, so there's some stuff that's coming out. It looks interesting, and we'll definitely keep you up to date on all that stuff. Did you want to talk about your Toe Jam at all?
Oh, I don't have to talk about it, but it is coming out in 2 weeks. I'm pretty excited for it. If you guys aren't fans of, or you haven't played any of the older Toe Jam and Earls, they're on the Sega Genesis Classics collections they put out last year.
Right.
But they're just great roguelike games. I don't know how else to say what they are. They're just fun. And I strongly recommend that you go buy them.
Yeah, and support those guys because it was all Kickstarter, right?
The new one is, yeah. It was Kickstarter, and now it's going to be published by, I want to say it's I think they ended up publishing themselves, but it was going to be Adult Swim for a while.
Right. Which kind of fits. Adult Swim games, they do like to do like those kind of titles.
Yeah, that's exactly the type of thing they love.
Yeah. And honestly, it looks amazing. It looks like so much fun, and it definitely has that classic feel of what Toe Jam Earl was.
It's Astral Chain is the name of that Platinum game. I had to look it up.
That's the one that's coming out?
Yeah. Astral Chain.
And
it's like a Liam Neeson movie title.
And no other stuff about it?
Just they put out a trailer and that they're also making Bayo. I was going to show you the trailer while we were talking about it, but apparently we need to know about Anthem on the Xbox.
Oh, God. But,
I'm excited for that to flop.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got future helicopters and Virtua Cop. And then robots or aliens, I don't know. Alien, I guess.
That guy looks like the Guyver. And what is that?
That's a synchronized dance battle. It happens in Japan, Tim.
Oh, okay. And they're throwing stuff.
They're throwing Iron Man cubes at them.
Yeah.
And then it's action gameplay. And it's basically Bayonetta.
Oh, okay.
Oh, and it's Prince of Persia style combat. So there you go.
Oh, alright. And that's, I forget which Prince of Persia they did.
The one, 2008 or whatever. The one just called Prince of Persia.
Gotcha.
Where you couldn't die.
Oh, maybe it's an open world game too. Going around on motorcycles.
I would imagine it's an open area. Make friends with robo-wolves.
Or maybe it's like a thing you can summon. It almost seems like I've seen like a game like this before. Like years ago, I forget it. And it's almost like they use technology as like magic to like summon things.
Yeah, I shouldn't have watched this because now when this comes out in like 2000 never, I'm going to be bummed because now I got to wait.
Yeah, it almost kind of reminds me of like the new Final Fantasies.
Look at that, you riding that dog?
You can summon it. See, that's what it is. It's like you can summon like creatures to help you.
And this looks very scalebound, that fight. That guy's super sinister.
So this is like an action RPG.
Yeah, it's Bayonetta and Hideo Kamiya. Why do that? Why put that there?
What? Which one?
Kamiya decided that it was a good idea to put that he was the creative director. Oh, August 30th. There you go.
Okay.
Oh, and there's a dog. That's their little teaser.
And you can get obviously weird costumes. You're in a giant dog suit.
Platinum. So, Kamiya decided it would be fun to put Wonderful 101 on there as he was the creative director on that. Thanks, Kamiya, for not moving that to the Switch.
That would have been a great one to move to the Switch.
Nope.
What did he give a reason why he didn't want to do it?
I don't think
it's not his choice. It's Nintendo's choice.
I think it's Nintendo. That would be a great game to have on there. Maybe you need the screen. I don't know, but they put so many limitations on certain games on the Switch. Like the Switch should function as a home console no matter what, right?
Yeah.
But there's games that require motion controls.
Yeah,
no matter what.
Right.
But what if you're on the go?
That is true.
So Wonderful 101. The World Ends With You is a great example. It was a DS game and they ported it over to the Switch. Mm-hmm. You can't play it with a Pro controller. If you're home, you can use motion controls.
Right.
If you're on the go, you have to use the touchscreen.
Okay.
It's dumb. Mario Party only works with Joy-Cons.
Okay.
And it makes sense for the game design, but it's also extremely limited.
But they tell you that ahead of time? Like,
It's on the box,
yeah.
but it's just the little logos. Like, it doesn't say you need Joy-Cons for this.
Oh, okay.
Because the system has Joy-Cons.
Alright. I don't know.
I feel like they should just make Wonderful 101 on the Switch, is what we were saying.
And they should.
And they should also make a new Castlevania.
I have a feeling that's going to happen because, what's the game that they did that was like a Kickstarter?
Bloodstained?
Bloodstained.
Mm-hmm. That still hasn't come out.
But they're still working on it. But it pretty much looks like looks like Castlevania.
It's because it's made by the Castlevania guy.
I know.
Symphony of the Night, man. I believe
know.
His name. Iga Rishi? Igaretto?
Well, either way, it looks like
Nicoretto.
Castlevania to me. But yeah, so we'll keep watching this. Hopefully they'll, announce some more stuff. I'm sure, like, if they're doing, if they're making those figures for the Switch and whatever, amiibos, sorry, dolls.
Their legal name.
If they're making dolls for Simon Belmont,
my gosh,
I'm sure they will make some Castlevania games pretty soon. And plus, they've included them in Smash.
Well, that's why they're making the amiibo. Every character in Smash Brothers has an amiibo.
Yeah. Everyone.
Or they will.
Yeah.
So, that's not really fair to say. But it's Castlevania based on that because there's not. Just as there's not a new Metal Gear Solid and they're making a Solid Snake one.
Well, not yet.
Konami's basically dead.
Yeah.
Okay.
They will do whatever it takes to keep
it's
that
called
going.
pachinko. Literally what they do now is they make pachinko machines in Japan and they're getting rich off it.
I'm sure.
They should just license out their games, not develop them. Give them to somebody and say, hey, make me money on this good game.
But doesn't he, the guy, well, he left.
Yeah, he has no say in it. Just like Kojima has no say in Metal Gear, Igurushi or whatever has no say in Castlevania, and
right.
Del Toro has no say in Silent Hill. Like, nobody has say in those games. They just say, hey, guys that made Outlast, make me a Silent Hill game. Guys that made Shovel Knight, make me a Castlevania game.
I'd play that.
Right?
Shovel Knight, great game.
Guys that made, I don't even know, Metro.
Okay.
Make me a Metal Gear. Like, just make it. And we'll give you the license, make the game, and we'll give you half the profit. Or 80%, or whatever. Who cares?
Or, better yet, just put it out to all the developers and be like, come to us with your concept for Metal Gear, for Castlevania, for whatever, and if fans of those series will come out.
Well, look at Sonic Mania. Sonic Mania is made by guys who originally just made like bootleg Sonic, and they were like, "Look at this, Sega," and Sega was like, "Yeah, more of that, please.
Right.
We'll make the bad 3D ones, and you can do that."
Right. And we'll make a weird movie where
Steve Urkel is going to voice Sonic.
Sonic has leg muscles. Weirdest looking thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
All right, but yeah, so we'll keep watching for more weird stuff as it develops, and I forget what the next movie we're.
Oh man, we have to see.
There's a lot of stuff we have to see now.
There's something Alita. We got to talk about Alita at some point.
Probably. Oh yeah, does that come out this week?
Yeah.
I have a feeling that is not. I mean, I'm sure it'll be a good movie. I have a feeling it is not going to do well. I just have a feeling that people aren't going to get it.
Is it rated R?
No, I think it's PG-13,
okay.
Which I think was their smart thing to do. But
I don't know. I've been watching trailers for it for like a year and a half.
Yeah, and I have a feeling like people still don't know what the real concept of the movie is. I have a feeling it's going to be like a John Carter situation, where they didn't say, "Hey, this is John Carter of Mars," which was so stupid. I have no idea why. And that was a good movie. I really liked that movie. It just was $200 million they flushed down the toilet.
Is it me or is that guy, like, he's movie poison, right?
Which guy?
He never makes some money on a movie.
Who?
that he's in. The guy who was in John Carter.
Oh, that guy?
I don't think any of his movies were successful.
I'm trying to think. He played Gambit in that Wolverine movie.
Yeah. He played Gambit in that Wolverine movie, Tim.
That's the only thing I can think of. I mean, that movie made money. Savages, that was okay.
He was in Battleship. Do you see what I'm saying, Tim?
Well, Liam Neeson was in Battleship.
Yeah, but he's cursed. This guy is cursed.
I don't know if he's so cursed. Friday Night Lights.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
From then on, he was cursed.
Alright. But...
Texan Gambit.
Texan Gambit. We'll keep, let you guys know. We'll probably see I keep saying it backwards.
Battle Angel.
Alita Battle Angel, because I used to read it, and it was Battle Angel Alita. And it looks amazing. The effects look amazing. The CG looks amazing. I'm sure it'll be a good movie, but I don't know if it's going to make a lot of money.
Probably not.
Probably not. But we'll watch that. I didn't see the Lego movie. The second part that came out last week. And there's so many things. The Shazam movie's coming. Captain Marvel movie's coming. Avengers is coming.
Us.
Yeah, so many things. All right, but as soon as we see them, we'll let you know.
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll eventually get around to one of those.
And next week I'll be able to talk about probably 4 new games.
Oh, is there 4 more releases coming?
There's 4 tomorrow.
Okay.
Tomorrow night. Well, yeah.
And you still been playing Kingdom Hearts 3?
I'm still working through Kingdom Hearts 3, and then I did this thing where I had somebody talking to me about Fallout 76, and I was like, God, everything they've done is wrong. And then for some reason I slipped back into a Fallout 4 thing.
Oh, okay.
And I started that again.
Oh, you started playing 4 again? I've heard a lot of people are playing 4 again.
And I did this thing where I finally took advantage of certain things within it that I was like, this is stupid, I don't want to do this.
Okay.
Well, just really 2.
Did you nuke that city?
I didn't. That was 3.
Oh, yeah, that is 3.
4, I started doing like this thing where I just explore instead of trying to do the story.
Okay.
And then I also, the big thing that I did with 4 that I thought was stupid at the beginning is making modifications on my own guns.
Okay.
And I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Some of it's really cool, and then some of it I think it just hinders me.
Okay.
So we'll see. Like the fact that I can add a sniper scope to a pistol,
right, is
stupid.
Okay.
And I enjoy it, but it just it makes it so that your VATS, your Vault Assisted Targeting System,
right,
which now I remember what it's called,
right,
it makes it almost useless because it takes half of the points that you have towards that off. Okay. The better your gun is, the less ability points you have to use.
Alright.
So, I don't know. We'll see. Right now I'm in an epic death battle with 8 super mutants in this not an oil rig, a satellite dish array. Okay. And if I don't sneak up on them or use the environment to my advantage, it becomes a really insanely difficult shooter, and you just die constantly. Oh, okay. And that's you get overwhelmed. That's the complaint that people always have with 4 is that it's not an RPG, it's a shooter. Mm-hmm. And I feel like I'm experiencing that more and more. Okay. And I don't necessarily like it.
Was 4 was in New Vegas, right?
No, so it went 3, and then New Vegas was made by Obsidian.
Right.
And then 4 was made by the core team again.
Okay. What about, is 76 made by the core team?
Yeah.
So where did they go wrong?
Making an online game. Making the game the loneliest thing you've ever spoken of. Wow. And the reason it's lonely is because there's no interaction with people aside from humans playing the game. Right. There's no and that's not really NPCs. There's no NPCs. So you buy things from shops that are robots. Oh. It's just not. There's no personality. So what makes Fallout fun is the interaction with the characters, right. Because you can actually anything can happen. You can
depending on your interaction with them, can be positive or negative, and that affects if they help you, if it moves the story along. Like, that was kind of interesting to me.
Yeah, I have a dog that wanders around with me right now everywhere. And I'm probably going to, like, the next thing I'm going to do, I just saved this one. There's a character named Valentine who's a private detective.
Right.
And I just saved him, and I'm probably going to have him roam around with me now. And, like, he interacts with me, like, decisions you make in the game. Let's say I decide to be a bad guy and kill somebody that I probably didn't need to kill.
Right.
He'll have an opinion on that. And he'll tell me about that. Just like in Mass Effect or other RPGs. The problem with that is that you can't decide to kill somebody that you're not supposed to kill, because there is none of that in 76.
Right.
And then nobody will have an opinion even if you did, because there's nobody touring with you aside from other people.
Right.
And it's just kill mindless animal.
Right. And it's...
Or monster.
Right. And it's not like they're there all the time. They're there for that session.
Yeah. And if you're playing alone, then there's nobody.
Right. Alright, well, let me know if you ever get back into Kingdom Hearts 3.
It's not going to matter, because as of tomorrow night, I'm going to be playing probably Far Cry, New Dawn.
Gotcha. Yeah, well, we'll get a review on that after you played it a few times.
Yeah.
For a few hours, many hours.
Make my cool future guns nonsense.
Right.
And hang out with a warthog, I think it is. It's a warthog. A boar, maybe. I mean, they've got new animals.
Right.
Fangs for hire.
Oh, nice.
They call them.
All right. So, as always, you can look us up. We're Precarious Pixels. You can also, if you want to do some designing or like talk to us about anything, it's hashtag Precarious Pixels. And on the Instagrams, I am at Tim Martinek. Bob is...
I'm on the Twitter at Martin... MARTON_Bob, and I'm on Instagram at Bob J. Martin.
Alright.
Spelled the same way.
Okay. And you can find us on Spreaker, iTunes, Stitcher, and YouTube. And it's all Precarious Pixels.
YouTube?
Yes, YouTube. Our many fans on YouTube who love to, not watch video and only have audio.
That's right. That's what YouTube's for.
It's exactly what YouTube's for.
You should just put pictures of me giving everybody thumbs up.
I could do that for the entire thing. Just have it be one picture of you, just thumbs up the whole time. I would love it.
Then every once in a while, you just flip it.
Flip it to what?
Yeah, just nothing, not upside down or anything weird, but just a different, the same thing, but the opposite. So if I was looking left, I'm looking right now.
So it's just a reverse shot. It's a mirror shot of you.
Yeah, and just do it for 3 seconds and then flip it back, so people are really confused.
I kind of want to do it now, so
they're not
maybe
sure it happened.
So maybe that'll be happening in the future. All right, but as always, go out, create, enjoy, and we'll see you next week. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye. To do a little redesigning with us, you can find Bob at Martin, MARTON_BOB, on Twitter, and you can find me on Instagram at Tim Martinek, all one word, TIMMARTINEC. And you can join in us, have some fun, do your redesigns for this week's redesign. It's a lot of fun for us to do this, but we like to see fresh ideas and fresh artists doing what they do as well. You can also hashtag it Precarious Pixels and we'll find it as well.